trash argument. It's self-evident. You're not going to make an appeal to like bodily autonomy or to.
No, I'm not. I'm not going to make a fucking appeal to bodily autonomy or any fucking else because I'm not going to try and premise and condition our rejection of slavery upon some kind of fucking Twitch or YouTube debate bro talking point. Because at that point, what if we decide to come to a different conclusion, right? Then it's up in the air. The question of slavery is not a matter of philosophy. Hold on. Let me reel it back. That's not even philosophy. If you were to talk about bodily autonomy, you're not participating in philosophy. You're trying to create an arbitrary moral system. Creating an arbitrary moral system is just as much philosophy as is, I can't even say this, a person with certain, let's say, cognitive limitations trying to build a nuclear reactor out of Legos. And like spitting on it and shitting all over and being like, look, this is my science experiment. That's not fucking engineering, okay? And Vaush trying to create a fucking arbitrary moral system. We're talking about, well, bodily autonomy. What does that even mean, bodily autonomy? I believe, listen, Vaush, axiomatic systemic thinking is not philosophy. It's not. As much as you like to believe it is, it's not. If you like, for example, axiomatic systemic thinking is about drawing red lines and then proceeding from those premises. That is not philosophy. Okay? The only premise philosophy has ever proceeded from is the Platonic idea and its consistency thereof. But the thing is, that's not even necessarily true because the Platonic idea is metaphysically ambiguous. It is latent with all of the mythical, poetic poetry of being that you had in the pre-Socratics. The idea contains like a metaphysical wealth that is irreducible to the concept, some kind of barren, purely formal concept. The idea is like metaphysically dense. Okay? So even then you can't say that we only begin with the idea estranged from the rest of being. Well, no, the idea is part of a more harmonious world of being, right? Like, for example, Heidegger says that all the problems begin with the Platonic idea, right? I disagree. Platonic idea is not the pure form of modernity, which is just like an empty, pure form, totally estranged from all reality. No, Platonic idea is a way of giving form to the whole of being. It's not an empty, pure form that's set against the whole of being, as is the case in the modern philosophy. It is a form of being itself, the Platonic idea. So even then, you can't say it's a form of axiomatic systemic thinking, right? Even then, modern philosophy is not even an axiomatic systemic form of thinking that begins with first premises. The only example of that in the history of modern philosophy, if we assume Hegel is the last philosopher, which I do, would be Spinoza. Spinoza, right? We begin from substance. All body, substance is extended in space, some shit like that. And he keeps building off of the premises, right? Spinoza kind of works that way. Only Spinoza.
Consent. What about individual liberties? The way Hake was talking about earlier. Like, I feel like there are directions you could go with this. You know.
Rem talking mad shit about you, saying he will debate you on the nature of goodness. I don't give a fuck.